everybody, welcome to First Look for Fashion Nation TV, and I'm Madison Schill. Today we have our first ever model roundtable with models Sonia, Daphne, and Ross. We're so excited to have them here, and we're going to get right away to the very first question. How did you guys get your start in modeling?
I started when I was 11. Well, actually I had a photo shoot, a contest when I was 4 in a Dutch magazine.
I started at 38, so which was a great advantage because I just came to it with a pretty solid sense of self.
I think I came to it when I was about 17. It's hard being young and wanting to do so much because nobody really takes you seriously, but with modeling they do, because it's like the younger you are, the more successful you can be.
So kind of growing up in the industry and starting rather young, it's just really difficult to have a normal childhood with this such crazy adult world. So did your parents play a role in that for you guys, or was it, growing up, did you just kind of have a lot of really great friends, or how did you balance the two?
For me, my parents were my support system. They still are. I mean, they're very supportive in what I want to do, and I don't think I would be able to kind of do any of this if I didn't have them.
Ross, a lot of publicity has been geared towards the female side of the industry, but do you feel like kind of the males get left out a little bit?
I think branding is everything, and so I feel sort of the power lies in creating a brand that is that resonates with people. I think it's just by developing a brand there's huge power in that. And I mean, you look at David Beckham or David Gandy. That's they've developed brands that really resonate for men.
Sonia, it's a special case for you because your career is very heavily based on social media. You're famous in Russia. How does it feel to have that kind of Big Brother effect where people are always kind of watching what you're doing?
About the Big Brother thing, it's kind of strange. About like a year ago, I would just go to the grocery store and then people would recognize me and they'd write on Twitter, "I saw you at the grocery store," and I'm like, my God. Like, I have to be careful in public, like the way I present myself or the way I act. I can't argue with anybody in public. But it's really cool because I feel like I get a lot of my modeling campaigns through like my blog and being famous in Russia or anything, yeah. I think you kind of have to be the kind of person that's interesting to people, or you have to put out inspiring content. Yeah. But I think anybody can do it as long as they're interested in it and it's like their passion.
So what would you say to people who want to start modeling but really don't know how to start or where to start, or if they even would like the industry?
Well, I would say, like, why do you want to start? Yeah. Well, for a lot of successful models, I feel like almost it was fate that drove them to it. Like, it wasn't like, I want to be a model, so I'm going to be a model. It was like somebody discovered you and then you blew up, Yeah.
If you do want to do this business, make sure you know every single angle and you're ready for anything, because it seems like a really easy job, and I'm not saying that it's not rewarding, because it totally is. Like, if you're passionate for it, go for it, but know that it does come with hardships and consequences and that kind of thing. Yeah. When people tell you you have to look a certain way, or you have to be a certain way, or there's this big image of being a model, you kind of have to be prepared for that.
You can work as hard as you possibly can, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee your success in the industry, and if it doesn't happen, how do you deal with not doing what you really want to be doing?
For me, it's being grateful for what has arrived. Just really seeing what's there already. Yeah.
That, and also I would say having something else that you're interested in. Not just being like modeling, period. It's like, for me personally, it's blogging, because that's something I can fall on. When something kind of like drives me up the wall, I can go to the other thing, and that just having other goals to aspire to in life, or just passions in general.
It's hard, like you just gotta go for it. You gotta believe in yourself and know that you're doing it for a reason, kind of thing.
And if you're not doing it for the right reason, then reconsider.
Yeah.
There's so many things you can be doing. To wrap it up, what would one thing be that you've really just learned and gleaned from the industry and that you want to kind of share with the rest of us here?
I think that what people respond to and what gets you hired is vitality, and that comes from being really being true to yourself.
Probably the thing that modeling has taught me was to just be very friendly with people and just ask people about themselves, because you don't want to be on a set and not talking and awkward and the whole time, so you want to open up and just be friends with everybody.
Just to close it off, I guess being yourself and being true to yourself and just being not afraid to do anything new, Try doing something different, try talking to new people. It's so rewarding.
Thank you very much, guys. So Daphne, Sonia, and Ross. Yeah, thank you so much for being the very first people that we're talking to at First Look, and we had a blast.